Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we'll be going through the Collingwood versus Brisbane, another classic at the MCG. They seem to love to play classics at the MCG, and just in general, I think the last couple of games that they played, dating back even further than the grand final last year, I think have been all pretty much within a goal or two from memory, but my memory probably is off. But yeah, this was just an amazing comeback. First quarter again. Brisbane, for the second straight week, should have been up by 10 goals, but were only up by, I think, 5, if not 4. I think it was 5 in the end. And then within about 2 minutes in the second quarter, you had this sneaky feeling that that Brisbane were just going to fall away, like they hadn't taken their chances, and that Collingwood were just waiting to pounce, and it ended up being that. In the end, Nick Daicos just got into gear, and a lot of really good tactical moves from, I think, both... especially Craig McRae, to get Nick Daicos into a position where he can really impact outside of that midfield was really, really impactful, and ended up flipping the game on its head. And Collingwood in the end just went out in the last quarter and went on a run. They looked pretty much dead with about 5 to go. Season pretty much over. I mean, their season could in theory be basically all but mathematically over, where you start to go outside when you go outside of the realm of probability of a couple standard deviations away from the norm type of probability, we're talking 0.5% type of probability of them making the 8 if Carlton win on Sunday, which you'll have already known by the time this is released. But anyway, let's just jump into the video and talk about the only Nick Daicos at this point. I don't think he'll steal the Brownlow off of Paddy Cripps, if I remember correctly. I don't think he's going to get any votes from... We can actually check this. Brownlow... I don't want that one. Brownlow Predictor. Let me go to this. If this will load for me, which is taking its sweet time to load. Everything on my phone seems to want to... on my computer seems to want to take its... time. So let me just see if I can bring it up on my phone anyway, and or we just lost everything. There we go. But yeah, Nick Daicos is probably going to be close, but I don't think he'll get there this year. I don't think. You've got Cripps on 29 and you got Nick Daicos on 27 currently is the vote, so as predicted, and you've got Lachie Neale on 28, who'll probably... So you could see they could all be level come the final round, which would be quite crazy, as well as Isaac Heaney, who's going to be eligible on 28, so you could see... That would be quite funny if Isaac Heaney did still win the Brownlow when he was suspended. But anyway, yeah, Nick Daicos, he just flipped this game. 67 in the second quarter. I've talked about him for a couple minutes now. 97 and a half. It's quite crazy. Yeah, one of the best quarters I've seen. I think he ended up with 14 and was it 2 goals in the quarter? Or was it just 4? Yeah, no, I think it was 2 goals. Where's the second one? Where is this second goal? Right there, staring at me in the face. Yeah, 2 goals, as well as a lot of non-disposal work. I thought his non-disposal work was really good. Limited disposals, but I think this is what I was talking about earlier in a lot of these other videos this weekend game reviews, is just this impactful midfielder. 25 and 2, I said a lot with Caleb Serong. We saw it with Isaac Heaney. I think he ended up with 25 and 3. Caldwell, I think, could be that guy, but you've just seen this week 2 or 3 midfielders already go 25 and 2, and that's the difference maker. And that's why I think Nick Daicos is just so good, because his bad games are 20 and 2, 25 and 2, and his real good... I mean, this was a good game from him, but his really outstanding games are those 35 and 2, 40 and 2 type of games where he just blows it away. Sidebottom was absolutely horrific ball use wise, I think, and clanger wise, but yeah, just huge tackles and marks to get him over the line for a huge 110. Josh Daicos, I thought he really racked up the pill as well. 26 touches. He had more than Nick Daicos, did he? Yeah, more than his brother in the end, but not as many goals and as many tackles. No tackles for him really did impact his scoring. He ended up with a 97. Schultz, Noble, Quaynor, Maynard, Lipinski, Hill, Elliott Hill, Pendlebury, McQuarrie, Crisp with a 57 for those who are holding on to him still. I don't know why. He was, when he lost that role when the likes of, who came back that he killed it with, but yeah, he just lost that role. Probably should have traded him out after that, the Essendon game, to be honest with you. That was probably the perfect time to trade him out, but yeah, he's had a month and a half now of really low scores. Cox, Hoskin, Elliott, Moore, Parker, Long, Bytel, Frampton. Then we go over to Brisbane. I thought McInerney was absolutely huge in the ruck. I thought you could almost say that McInerney won the ruck battle. I know that Cameron had 30 and 1, 30 hit-outs and 1. McInerney had 33 and 1, 18 touches, 4 marks, 3 tackles, 15, 5 and 3. So you'd probably say it was almost even in the end. And they both dominated when their team dominated the game. So yeah, it is what it is. Darcy Cameron came out on top, his team won, but Brisbane will be playing, well, they'll be playing finals, we know that, but they'll probably be playing finals from the 5th position, which is pretty hard to win from, to be honest with you. Zorko 99, 31, 13, 32, 23, he was pretty big throughout the day. 99 is pretty good, honestly, as a forward. We'll lose that forward status next year and become a defender. But I still think if he gets that role, which he might not with Coleman coming back, he may switch back to being a forward, that he will probably lose fancy relevance. McCluggage 90, Will Ashcroft 88, 88 from him. I think he's really developing into someone that if he had his own midfield and he wasn't the 4th or 5th best midfielder at Brisbane, which is a testament to how good they are that he's the 4th or 5th best. It just, as you've got Neil, McCluggage and Dunkley ahead of him, and I don't think there's anyone else ahead of, just those 3, I would say. It just shows that if he did have his own midfield, he'd probably be, honestly, a guy that averages 36 and 3 or something like that, and be on almost averaging that 95, 100 range. Dunkley had a really slow one, as did Neil. Really just didn't get going, and yeah, he's kind of sucked since bringing him in for a 61. He's only cracked the ton once and mostly gone 80s. Fletcher, Lohman, Joyce, Braun, Sharp, Bailey, Archie, Morris, Wilmot, Cameron, Andrews, Lester, Rayner, Hipwood, Starcevic and Berry. There's no one really from Brisbane that I like outside of that, to be honest, at the moment, because we are just waiting for Coleman in 2025 to come back, who will be priced at like 50, and that'll be so valuable. I think he's got a 30% discount on maybe 80 or something like that. So I think he's going to be basically priced at about 450, which I think is about 50. So that'll be good and interesting. I think he's like within 1,000 or 2,000 of like what Williams was priced at to start the year. And I think he's got a better role than Zach Williams did when he was down back for Carlton. But he's currently in the forward line because of injuries, etc. But anyway, that is the video. If you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when future videos are live. And I'll see you guys in such videos. Bye, guys.